Zarandani, Electro Ninja here, and welcome back to Electro Ninja's Lab. In today's video, we are going to be talking about the latest chapter of My Hero Academia Vigilantes, which was chapter 110, which, needless to say, was, really awesome. We'll talk about that in a bit, but I really quickly just want to remind you guys that, uh, well, not remind you guys, but let you guys know that the two videos that are going to be coming out later today should be coming out at the same time at noon. Those two videos are going to be combined chapter reviews. Basically, My Hero Academia, I'm going to combine both last week's and this week's chapter into one video. I am also going to be and then the other one I'm going to be combining Hunter's Guild Red Hood, both last week's chapter and this chapter, into one video. It basically means that I have less videos that I need to make, and it also will help me to get on top of things a lot faster. Needless to say, I'm behind on videos, and I'm trying to get there as quickly as I can, but more stuff keeps coming, and I can't keep track of it. Here we go. Anyways, let's talk about this chapter. Chapter 110. This chapter was actually really interesting. Had to take a quick sec to remember where the heck I was. But basically, this chapter begins with continuing the fight. Koichi is running from number six's bomber villains, while also trying to protect as many people as he possibly can. And unfortunately, people are getting in the way, so he has to jump in to save them. But he also has to keep going, because if he doesn't get out of there, more people are going to get hurt. And luckily, he's able to quickly tell them, run, get to a safe place, I'll get these guys out of here. And then he continues on his rush to get out of there. We then see a little bit from the other characters, but not a whole lot. But it does make me realize that this is going to be a bit of a bigger moment than we think. The first thing to note is that the guy who's been helping out Koichi for a while now, one of the earliest villains, he is rushing off to, and the guy who sniped number 6 before, he is currently riding his motorcycle to get towards the old district to get people out of there. We also see the group that is at the restaurant. They are all freaking out, with some of them choosing to run off. And it looks like they might all go together to go and help, even though these are kids that do not have, well, extremely useful quirks. In fact, we don't know what these kids' quirks are. The only people whose quirks we know are the people who are basically the leaders of this group, or the bad boys. All of the girls and the team that helped out before, most of these people, we don't know what their powers are, and we don't know what they're going to be doing, but these people are going to run ahead to join the fight to make sure that Koichi is safe. And this is going to be an interesting factor. I do not think that these people are going to make it in time for the fight to end, but rather I think that these characters are going to be the ones who stand together to remind people, this is Koichi. This is our hero. This is the Crawler. He is the hero who stood up for Narahata in its darkest times, in even its not darkest times, when no other hero was helping them. He came in and chose to help. Even though he was not licensed as a hero, he deserves to be a hero just as much as everyone else. And I think that it's going to be covered up quite a bit. But I do think that because of these people, the Crawler is going to get his hero license. And instead of them, and basically the publicized version, is that they needed someone to be out on the street. So they got a unknown hero who actually did have his license, even though he doesn't, And they sent him out to do this hero work. Someone who no one knew about, but he had succeeded. Excuse me. Anyways, he had succeeded in doing this job, and he was a good option. So they used him. They had him be the hero that Narahata needed when time was rough. And he will remain to be the hero of Narahata for many years to come. That is the story that they're going to tell here. Afterwards, after all these people run off, though, we then see the continuing. And frickin' number 6 getting ready to fire off a shot directly into Koichi's heart. Just focus. Get him ready. Fire that shot and kill his enemy. That is number 6's goal. And it is insane. But then, well, something happens. A punch to the face. Right in his face. As we see Knuckle Duster. Just as I had been predicting, he's back. And honestly, I love his line, so I'm just gonna read it really quick. Well, wait, no. A supersonic shot, and he'll never know what hit him. No one could ever defend against this. Was that your train of thought? The one you thought you'd ride to victory? Well, too bad, sucker, 'cause I'm here. It is just... I love that he is using just using All Might's line, because Knuckle Duster has been compared to Batman before, and it is honestly amazing. At the beginning of this series, freaking the first sentence, the first real connection that we see is when the creators of the series specifically call out that if All Might is Superman, Knuckle Duster is Batman. And I love that they are still doing this, because to a certain degree, he still portrays that symbol. He is a symbol to be a hero even when it's tough. To be a vigilante even when it's tough, because he doesn't have powers, but instead he does this. He continues to fight. And it's honestly really funny to just know that the Batman of the character of this series is also basically the Flash of this series. Just knowing that is absolutely hilarious. Clearly these people were completely thinking of DC when they were creating this series, and honestly, I love that. I love what these people have done with these characters. This is the final bout. More than likely, there will only be maybe 1 or 2 more chapters left before the ending of this series. Or at least the ending of this battle, and then the next few chapters will be the conclusion. Basically resolving a lot of the different things that had happened throughout this chapter. To a certain degree, we don't know what is gonna come next, but we do know that some truly, honestly amazing aspects are going to happen moving forward. Koichi, I 100% believe he is going to be given his hero license, along with that of Pop and Knuckle Duster. Possibly a few of the other members of their team are also going to be getting hero licenses. Kind of honorary hero licenses. Koichi is basically, Knuckle Duster technically already has a hero license, and it doesn't matter if he has a hero license because he's quirkless, but he technically does have a hero license. So his is going to be redeemed and reinstated under his new name. Koichi is going to be given an official hero license, becoming the new hero, the Crawler, ready to take up his position. Basically, and they're going to play the line that he was always a hero. He was always meant to be a hero. But Pop wasn't actually someone who was meant to be a hero. But in fact, she was someone who happened to be at the right place at the right time. And as such, and then eventually became a person in the wrong place at the wrong time. And they're going to give her her official hero license. And she is also going to become a hero, if a temporary one, as well. Becoming, well, Koichi's sidekick to a degree. Which, needless to say, I'm excited for. We are also going to see other characters, specifically the three boys who have helped them out, have helped Koichi out so far, especially with Pop and now with number 6. They are the ones who are responsible with making sure that everything went smoothly. They were the students of Knuckle Duster, and as such, the three of them are also going to be getting honorary hero licenses. Of course, I think that those the three boys as well as Pop are probably going to have to actually do some tests to actually prove that they're ready to be full-fledged heroes. And basically, this is a preliminary hero license. They have not gotten their official ones yet, and they will be getting them eventually. But it just needs them. They just need to take a little bit more time to take a few tests to make sure that they're ready. This would be the equivalent of the hero licenses that the kids have in normal My Hero Academia. The preliminary ones, the ones that they have currently, which, I mean, technically some of them do have official ones now, but that's beside the point. Or they might, I don't, there's a few things with that. It's a huge, complicated mess of things, and we don't have time to go over all that. But yeah, needless to say, things are going to be getting more and more insane as we continue on this journey together to see how this story concludes, because this is going to be a point of no return. Now that Koichi has gotten out, he can get All Might to stop him, and Knuckle Duster is actually able to fight toe-to-toe with number 6 until All Might gets there. So, with more than likely these next few chapters, if we're going to have multiple chapters, are going to be going back and forth between Knuckle Duster and Koichi. Knuckle Duster, Koichi. Knuckle Duster, Koichi. As Koichi continues to escape from the bomber villains, and Knuckle Duster fights off against number 6 to make sure that this battle is done. We'll have to wait and see exactly how this happens, but I, for one, am really excited to see how this story ends, and how we continue with more My Hero Academia Vigilantes. And get ready for the final chapters. But anyways, guys, hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to leave a like, leave your thoughts and theories down in the comments below. And of course, if you do have a theory, make sure to say theory review somewhere in your comment. And of course, if you guys haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe and ring that notification bell, because it really does help us out a lot more than you may think. And of course, if you guys do want to support us even more, then definitely head down to the description, check out all of our links, including our social medias, our other channels, and ways you can support us financially, including the merch store, the book, and of course our Patreon, which a big thank you to our current patrons, Sheeny and Joseph, as well as please make sure to check out the songs on Spotify as well as wherever else you can check them out. I believe that they are 100% on Apple Music, and we've got a few, and we've got the new ones. Those are for sure on Spotify and Apple Music. I think they're also on a few other places, so definitely check them out and be on the lookout, because I'm pretty sure that they're coming to the remaining locations soon. It's just taking a bit of time. But anyways, guys, hopefully you've enjoyed this video. I have been Electro Ninja, and I will see you guys next time. But on.